Wonderful. I'm glad we could share this treat with you today. This is Xena. How old is Xena? About 13 years old? 14, 13?
1 o'clock presentation.
Very successful
Basecamp with Zoo Guy Ryan, San Diego Zoo.
Her species survival plan. Has anybody here heard of a species survival plan? Yes, yes. It's kind of like a dating app for all the animals here, but it's run by very complicated, scientific, above my pay grade people who put right animals with the right genetics together. And she has been a successful mom 3 times for us. She's even trained to do voluntary ultrasound, so she lays right back, no problem, and gets her ultrasound. Now you might notice how slowly she moves, right? What benefits do you think a sloth has for moving so slowly? Over here, do you know the answer?
Maybe keeping themselves energized because their food is hard to digest.
That is absolutely right. Our friend over here said their food is for energy, right? It's very energy efficient to move slowly. Now leaves here, which she might be chewing on, don't have very many calories. Imagine eating a salad with nothing on it, no tomatoes, no fruit, no dressing, no nothing. It'd be hard to have enough fuel for the day with just leaves alone. So that's why she kind of skipped right past those leaves and went for her favorite eggplant. Now, sloths don't live just on leaves alone. They can kind of be a little bit of omnivores, you know, whatever. They'll eat eggs, berries, insects, sometimes maybe small rodents. So they can be considered omnivore. But as I mentioned before, but they're mostly herbivores. Now, as I mentioned before, they're very energy efficient in that she can't thermoregulate, right? So that's why they're perfectly adapted from their home environment in South America, where it's real tropical, real warm, and that's why she's really enjoying the day. And if you move nice and slow, and you can't thermoregulate, that's a great way to make sure that your food is digesting properly, like you mentioned earlier, right? Trust me, she's moving a little slow now, but she's very capable of moving quickly. So you gotta be careful. Don't let this pace fool you. They also can enjoy swimming too. They're more likely to want to cross a river. Do you want something? Hi, Xena. She knows where the food source is, huh? Hi, Xena. Isn't she sweet?
Sloth booty.
Now,
see the hair, how it
they're
parts?
more likely to cross a river than a road, as you see them move. They can swim pretty good. And she's coming back over here. How cute. Right? I'm glad that you're a fan. Want to come over here? Yes, very good job. You're moving so nicely. Now, in the wild, sloths are facing some challenges. Can you guys think of some challenges that sloths might face in the rainforest? Yes, over here. Predators, yeah. What kind of predators? Maybe something with sharp claws and whiskers over here. Maybe jaguars, a big cat like a jaguar, maybe an ocelot over here. Tigers are more in Asia, right? But definitely big cats could get them on accident. Lions in Africa, yeah, but that's good. You guys know what predators are. You're thinking of predators, that's smart. So it really makes sense if there's lots of lions or different predators in an area that you're at, wouldn't it make sense to go higher so they can't get you? So that's why sloths live most of their lives in the top of canopies of the rainforest, or very up high in the trees there to stay nice and safe with their babies. As I mentioned before, Xena's been a really successful mother. One of her babies' name is Cashew, right? Oh, Tonera and Colita, very cute. Excellent. Well, do you guys have any questions about sloths? Yeah, over here? That's a good question. Our friend over here asked if sloths ever go onto the floor. Now, sometimes they do if they need to cross a road, because, right, she likes to climb with trees. So climbing is the preference. But if humans come through and they build a road through their territory, sometimes we call that habitat fragmentation. It's kind of cutting off their habitat. So since she can't climb through the trees to cross the road, sometimes she has to get on the floor to do that in the wild. So thankfully, lots of conservationists and people and government officials decided to help the sloths by building different ropes and wildlife crossings so that the sloths don't have to go on the ground, because it's kind of dangerous for them to do that. They don't prefer it. And so it's a great way to help wildlife. If you're going to build a road, build a nice wildlife crossing so that animals can safely cross it. Thank you. That was a really good question. Any others? Yeah, over here. Yeah.
Does she ever get tired of hanging upside down?
That's a good question. Our friend over here asked, does she ever get tired of hanging upside down? And the answer is no, she loves it. In fact, their necks kind of naturally can bend a lot further back than our human necks. So they kind of are meant to be upside down like that. But as you see her position here, does she look like she could camouflage really well in the rainforest? Yeah. What other color might help her camouflage really well in the rainforest? Over here? Green.
Algae grows on their fur.
You're exactly right. Our friend over here mentioned that algae grows on their fur. So sloths are kind of like the superheroes of the rainforest, or maybe like a moving apartment complex. On their bodies are little miniature ecosystems of insects, moths, algae, all kinds of other things. Fungi sometimes too. So they'll get that green on them and it'll help them camouflage even better in the rainforest. So they're really essential to it. Enjoy living there. Any other questions? I see a hand over here.
What's their max speed?
Oh, their maximum speed. I don't know. What do you think? They clock out at 10 miles an hour? You've seen them move fast. I don't know if they... Yeah, she could outrun a sloth. So it's not really in the sense that they move fast like they run. They can just react quickly. So if Xena here was mad, you might be surprised to see her go really quickly. Yeah, so in that sense, she can move fast, but it makes more sense for her just to crawl slowly. Over here.
Why is it called a two-toed sloth?
Good question. Our friend asked, why is it called a two-toed sloth? Because you've heard of a three-toed sloth, right? Have we seen those sloths that have the white on their face right here?
The one in the building.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, good one. That one right up there. And how many toes do you count on the front? 3. Exactly right. Now, if you look at these back feet, all sloths have 3 in the back, but it's the front claws that we're counting here. So she has 2 on her claws, 2 claws, 2 toes. Yes. You have another question? Oh, if there's a river, yes. So they're more likely to cross a river in their natural habitat than a road, right? A road's not a naturally occurring thing. So that's why they are very well evolved to be good swimmers. So they can definitely swim much faster than they can crawl. Good question. They actually prefer to cross over rivers. Yes, over here.
Do they sleep upside down?
Yes, they do. Not only do they sleep upside down, but they sleep a lot. Wouldn't it be fun to sleep, 8 to 10 hours a day without being called lazy? Yeah. 18 to 20, whoa. Yeah. 20 is a long time. I definitely observed 20 here in under human care. They're like, oh, it's easy street. I don't have to go away from any predators. I'm relaxing. But again, it's all about energy efficiency. Everything about a sloth is about keeping things efficient. Yes, over here, right.
So I heard that they only poop like once every week or 2.
Yes, so we mentioned that they can't thermoregulate, they're moving slowly, so not everything about them is slow, even their metabolism as well. So they might have a low-calorie meal, but they're going to take a long time to digest that. Sometimes I've heard maybe a month to digest a meal in the wild. Yeah, so if it's taking that long, you're definitely not going to get droppings every day from the sloth. But if they're eating more, then it'll be more frequent for sure. Yeah. But sloths are wonderful, and
She's all
I
like,
really do appreciate you
"I don't
guys
care for this."
slowing down to take some time to visit. We're gonna hang out here a lot longer with her, but so if you have any more questions about sloths, feel free to come over and ask them more up here. And we really encourage everybody
1
to
o'clock
also
Basecamp.
check out our Wegaforth Bowl
San Diego Zoo.
presentation at 2 p.m.
Bye, guys.
And thank you guys